Hey guys, I just wanted to talk to you about the EGO pass-through batteries that we have. We have two sizes and two different color options. We have the 650 mAh and the 900 mAh. And here's, so you can see the difference between them. The 900 is obviously a little bit taller. The main difference is that the 650 mAh is going to last typically about a full day, or roughly 8 hours of use. The 900 will basically last about a day and a quarter to a day and a half per charge, or with a full charge. They both are pass-through, which means that you can plug them in and still use them while charging because they plug in on the bottom. To get to that, this bottom cap you just unscrew, and you can see on the bottom here it's a standard mini USB. So what you're gonna do is use, that's what this looks like. This is this kind of cable. It's a USB on one side and a mini USB on the other. So what you would do is plug the other end into any charging port, smartphone charging adapter, or you can even use a USB adapter on your, or USB port on your laptop. Take the mini side, plug it into the battery. When you plug that in, and I'll actually show you here, when you plug that in, the bottom is going to light up red. I'm not sure if you can see that. Try it again. Right there, you see that bottom lights up red. Once that red light turns off, that means that the battery is going to be fully charged, and that's when you can unplug it. You do want to unplug this relatively soon after it's fully charged. It's not absolutely necessary, but the longer you leave it charging after it's fully charged, it is going to cut down on the overall lifespan of the battery. Lifespan on these is typically about 6 months to a year. It's all based on recharging cycles, so the more times you recharge it, the shorter the lifespan is going to be on it. Now these batteries have a locking feature. So if you click the button 5 times at a medium pace, it'll blink a couple times and then it'll be locked off. So when you press it, it doesn't light up. If you click 5 times again, it turns back on, and you know it's on because it'll light up. Let's see if you can notice that lighting up there. Now with these, you can use an EGO threaded charger, like the older style EGO batteries. We do suggest that you use the mini USB in the bottom and only use that in a last, like as an emergency situation. It does have a charging chip in it, but it's just a little better to use that bottom port since it's mainly designed for that. Now with these, when you're putting a clear miser on, the clear miser will thread on pretty smooth. As soon as you feel it catch just a light resistance, only go about a half a turn past that, like quarter to a half a turn. You don't want to crank that clear miser all the way down to the battery. And the biggest reason for that is if you look inside the center, see if I can line that up good. There's a pin in there in the center, which is the positive lead. And that pin is just surrounded by some plastic so it can spin. And if you keep cranking the clear misers down, it'll eventually spin the post, and it'll break the contact on it, so your battery won't work anymore. The batteries are pretty, I mean, they're relatively cheap through us. They're inexpensive. And the other issue, there's a weak point on these. That's this, right where the shell of the battery meets the top portion. If this gets a lot of side pressure, it can actually come loose right there and the top can pop out. If it starts to slide out, and you'll notice there will be kind of like you'll see like ridges there. The best thing to do is take a little bit of like super glue, kind of dab it around, and then like set this flat on like a table or flat surface, push down to close that gap and let the glue dry. And that should help hold that top in. Other than that, these batteries are fantastic, and with the new Blackhat batteries, you shouldn't have that problem. We did work with them to to fix that. So I haven't actually seen any come in with that problem, but it is always a possibility with these. Other than that, I think, oh yeah, storing. When you're gonna store this, always lock it if you're gonna carry it in the case, in your purse, put it in your pocket, and especially if you're gonna carry it in the case and store it for any kind of period of time, or if you're gonna take the case and pack it in luggage, something like that, you're going on a trip, not only lock the battery, but also separate the clearomizer and store them separately. The main reason for that is just in case, you always want to lock it so that if this does get pressed down while it's stored, it's not going to burn your core and your liquid. And you want to separate them just in case for some reason this manages to get clicked and turned back on for the same reason. That way if the button's pressed, it's not going to burn your core out, burn your liquid. So that's about it. If you have any questions, comments, anything, go ahead and leave comments in the comment section or post a follow-up video, and we will respond as quickly as possible. Thank you very much.